All right, guys. Hey, it's Kate with Kate's Regretless Life, and let's jump on into this Pisceans. Let's do a little extra bonus for Pisces. We're going to take a look at what things maybe need to be addressed right before the upcoming pretty significant changes that we have. There's a lot to be excited about in this upcoming week. We have got a full moon in Virgo, we've got a lunar eclipse, we've got a Mercury retrograde, but that doesn't come until the end of this next coming week. So let's see, what do we have time for right now, along with some signs and symbols. We've got the Courier of Fire. It is in the reverse for starters. We've got geometry. We've got enslavement. We've got the Six of Fire. And we've got the New Deal. Okay, so first off, this is a time frame to prepare. We've got plenty of structure, organization. This is not a time to dilly-dally, nor is it a time to be impulsive. Some signs and symbols, by the way, could be anything from like a plume of smoke or a plume of fire, hopefully in a safe space. This almost looks like somebody is, making a flamboie or something, on their stove top, and, it sparks a little bit of, sudden cascade of fire. We do have the skyline of a city. We've got somebody carrying a parcel under their arm. This could be the indicator that a message is not going to be coming through right now. There may be a delay in a message coming through. There may be something that is held back, but it doesn't mean that our character needs to put their life on hold. Our Pisces should still be organizing their thoughts, their home, possibly their drawer where their silverware is. Don't ask me why that comes to mind. It just does. This could also, something that's got like a geometric pattern could be an image that Pisces sees at some point in time in these next 4 to 5 days. That geometric pattern could be, kind of like a funky retro stained glass window or some funky artwork. This almost reminds me of something we might see associated like with a comic book, for example. But little square tiles, maybe this is bathroom tile, maybe this is floor tile. But I'm looking at this more along the lines of like some kind of artwork more than anything. But that's the indicator for our Pisces to start structuring and organizing their thoughts. Now, this could also apply to sacred geometry. And right now, if our Pisces is interested in something along the lines of sacred geometry, they may discover that there are some hidden messages for them within those signs, symbols, shapes, or they may find that certain signs or shapes are more appealing to them. Again, if we're making columns of information, organizing our thoughts, getting things set, I could picture somebody sitting down and looking at their calendar, not just maybe for next week, but maybe in the grand scheme, looking at the calendar for, the next couple years of their life. They may be literally tallying up and making benchmarks of, this is what I'd like to have accomplished by this point in time. This looks structured, and it's the reason we structure anything is so we can get stuff done. We want to make time for it. And when we kind of pencil things in, or maybe writing in ink, we put something on our calendar, what we're saying is, this either needs to happen on this time, or I'm going to make sure that I say no to other things in order to preserve the time that I need to accomplish this task. And it just looks like to get more done in this next couple days is really important. Now, for the card of the enslavement, and then we follow it up with the Six of Fire and the New Deal, this looks like our character is only putting their life in structure and order and making columns and rows and tallying things up and making sure they can accomplish everything so that they are not a slave to, every day of their life being taken by all these projects. They have to allow themselves to live as well. This is having like a heroic outcome. This is, that Six of Fire is a Six of Wands. This is, I'm going to overcome this toxicity. I'm going to overcome the, feeling like I'm just a slave to, wake up in the morning, go to work every day, come home, don't have time for anything else, do it all over again. This talks about like structuring the mind in order to preserve a life also that Pisces can enjoy. Other signs and symbols can be getting out into the park, seeing a parade, seeing other people out kind of on busy streets, enjoying life, taking a stroll. Today is Sunday as I'm recording this. It could be that, it's a great day to get out into a public space, see other people out there enjoying life. There could be a statue somewhere in a particular outdoor public location that could have much to do with freedom, healing, those kinds of things Pisces could gravitate toward naturally. Also, I'm picturing right now something along the lines of like a deity. Many cultures celebrated the sun, knowing that sun, gives us life. But I'm picturing even like a sculpture or statue or something associated with the sun, a sun god or goddess. Something along those lines might be very attractive to Pisces, or they may gravitate toward things. They may find themselves unwittingly moving toward or wearing, t-shirts with, imagery on it that has the sun shining on it. All of this talks about I'm going to make sure that I organize my life in these next several days in order to have success and triumph over feeling like all I do is run on a treadmill. I want to be able to get outdoors, live my life, enjoy things like everybody else gets to. Let me go back over here to the Courier of Fire being in the reverse, because this is looking like it's a good thing, that there's a pause on some incoming information because it allows Pisces a chance to organize and structure their life so that they can have greater freedom on down the road. We have the Mayoress of Water, so we've got our Queen of Cups, and we've got a Knight. Okay, so we can see that it's almost like Pisces is looking into different dimensions here. They've got this opportunity to see these different timelines. This is a great time. She's kind of like a chemist who's also, this almost looks more along the lines of, even though it's the Earth with all these other let's say parallel universes wrapped around it, but it's also reminiscent of the imagery of an atom, and looking at it with, the electrons buzzing around. But she's kind of investigating it, taking it apart. She's got a beaker full of fluid. So we definitely have a chemist, somebody who's working with chemistry, somebody who's breaking things apart and trying to understand it at a different level. This is a great card to depict Pisces because A, it's a Queen of a Queen of Cups, but B, we see this energy of, I can almost see into other timelines. I can almost see the things that are not really visible. For a long time, we didn't know electrons existed until they took, gold and projected a beam of energy at it, and it prevented, because gold is so hard to permeate, it prevented some of those particles coming through, and that is how they discovered that, wait, there must be something else. Okay, let's figure this out. We're thinking now we have these little things called electrons. And I'm just feeling like through this straining process, I'm picturing a colander or something, somebody straining like their spaghetti noodles, capturing some things and letting other things get sifted out, supports the idea of something that is there that we couldn't quantify. We couldn't see it, but as we sift through things, we can see what's missing, and that's how we know something actually exists in the first place, because something's been, strained out, drained out. So in let's say Pisces is reading through some texts or emails, and they're realizing that there's some weird gap. They can tell all of a sudden, I didn't get some piece of information. Some piece of information is missing. I can sense it. I can see it because I said something and then a person responded 2 days later in a way that I'm not sure I get what they were saying. Wait a minute, maybe an email or a text never came through. That could be why we have that Courier of Fire in the reverse. Some information didn't come all the way through. There was some missing piece, but our Pisces is able to locate it, find it, at least identify that there is a missing chunk, and then maybe extrapolate, and now maybe take some action. Our Knights are always going to be our action takers. Let me figure out what they were trying to say. Let me figure out what the missing information was. Let me first identify that it's there, and now I can actually make a decision about which way I move. Do I reach out to someone next week and say, hey, listen, I'm just now realizing I'm not sure I've got all the data on this. Could you fill me in? Did I miss a message from you? You know, there's a chance to start to connect and communicate. Again, this is after Pisces has put other things in order in their life. Now they may be recognizing I missed out on some piece of information. Let me go fill in the blanks. Let me take action. Let me go talk to the person that I may need to get that other information that I now recognize is missing. So really awesome energy on this about like sleuthing out a mystery that's there. This feels like Pisces has a lot to do, but can we see anything else about what this missing piece of information might have been? We've got the Three of Earth. It's about somebody who wants to deal with Pisces. This is about collaborating. This is about coming together. This is someone who's been trying to maybe figure out if Pisces is either interested in them, if Pisces would want to talk to them, if Pisces wants to deal with them, and they haven't been able to get the information of whether or not Pisces, wants to respond to them. We have all of this energy being off planet also. We have it here. Somebody's floating up and above the skyline. We have it here. He's standing up above the skyline. We have it here with Pisces being in the realm of like the mind, but here's the earth. And then we have it here, feet on the earth, but still kind of a little off planet. So there's something here about communications that are probably lost, in the cloud, as they say, or emails that didn't come through, or somebody's inbox is full, or just something went wrong with transmission. So there's information, but it never landed. It's somehow still up there in the ether. Whatever this was about, could be an earth sign, possibly a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, who would like to either meet up with Pisces in a particular city, since we have that skyline at least twice here. This is that message that didn't come through. It never landed. Even maybe he never sent the message. Maybe he thinks he did, and he never actually successfully hit send. That could happen too. It's still sitting in a draft box. It could be something along those lines. But he's been wondering, has this been received? What is Pisces thinking? So believe it or not, in this storyline, it says Pisces maybe doesn't know it yet, but someone who's been waiting kind of anxiously, wondering on Pisces' response. Pisces themselves hasn't gotten the question. They never received the message. So this, in the next couple days, this is a really good time to not let sleeping dogs lie, because the truth of it is there's a missed communication in all of this, and it's making two people unaware of what the other one is thinking, what the other one wants. So they're going to need to communicate. That's awesome though, because this is Pisces who's sleuthing out. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and reach out to them this week. I think I'm going to go ahead and touch base. I feel like that's such a good idea in this story for this character, because this gentleman has been trying to patiently wait and not pressure Pisces, but they've been trying to figure out, I wonder what's going on. This could be about an upcoming, I wonder if we're going to meet up. I wonder if we're still on for next week. I wonder, this could be about a date. This could be about a business meeting, but it is going to be, I think, Pisces who needs to reach out. And it could, if we go back to the geometry card and them, putting things in order on their schedule, it could be that Pisces reaches out and specifically says, hey, I was just getting my week, planned out. Are we still on for whatever time, whatever day? Are we still, should I make space to squeeze you in this week? Did you want to get coffee? Did you want to? It may be Pisces reaches out in just a very matter-of-fact way. This all feels kind of matter-of-fact, but it's really important. This is, it's important to have time to have fun, time to enjoy it, but this is about working together. So I feel like it could be work-related, job-related, monetary-related, but it could also still be about love and romance. All right, I'm going to leave that there. And a special shout out and happy birthday to EM. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you don't already know this, I do put out 2 videos for every zodiac each week, or strive to. Most of the time you guys will find all of those uploads coming in as live streams. So if you check the Pisces playlist, or if you check the live tab on my channel, you will find many, like almost 8,000 videos for you to select from. But this I decided to do as an upload in the video tab, just to do something a little different and fun for my Pisces. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. And if you're new, welcome. Bye for now.